Hey everybody, it's Invicta. Happy Thanksgiving to all who celebrate it. No meme of the day, just because I wanted to wish you a heartfelt happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays from me to you. I hope you all are enjoying this special occasion. Again, for those of you who celebrate it. And if not, then I hope you're just having a great Thursday here on the channel. It's been a lot of fun, ups and downs this year, but I'm glad that we've had other games come up and prop up the channel, attract new people, and I'm really thankful for that. And if we're counting our blessings right now, I am feeling very blessed and very humbled by all the continued support for people who've been with me from the start all the way up to the brand new subscriber that just subscribed right now. So again, heartfelt thank you. From me to you, happy holidays and happy Thanksgiving. I hope it's a good one. Let's hop on in and get rocking and rolling here. Hopefully we have ourselves a feast of a run. Or maybe not. See, today's going to be Juliet 079, X-Ray November, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. I swear to God, we've had the seed before. We got the TNT block along with Samson's chain, two items that absolutely do not go together. Why would you say that? Well, because if I decide to lay the TNT block down, then guess what? If any part of it touches Samson's chain, I will detonate it immediately. So it's not even an item that we could use on the fly here, because as soon as I back away from the TNT block with Minecrafter, it's just going to blow. So we have to be extremely cautious whenever we place it. Samson's chain's not one of my favorite items in the world, mainly because of, well, being able to hit yourself with bombs is kind of a big one, but also because of the hazards it brings whenever you're just simply walking through a level. You can hit a bomb rock, you can hit a mushroom that explodes with bad gas, you can spawn extra spiders, all that kind of good stuff. And of course, in the womb and beyond, you have to worry about those blood clot attacks from the clots inside of the womb itself that you have a chance of usually not making any attack happen, but, you know, with Invicta Luck being Invicta Luck, most of the time, we get hit by something. So, needless to say, Samson's chain, while it can be useful if you're in a no-bomb situation and you just have a tinted rock or a pot or something like that that you absolutely need to get down, it's more of a hazard than anything. It doesn't make anything better. Let's put it this way. It doesn't solve as many problems as it causes. Needing a bomb is very easily solvable. But for right now, in a very Invicta ironic twist of fate, we needed Samson's chain in order for us to get Super Bandage, which is going to give us a lot of HP to start off with. Unfortunately, you cannot use the chain to get into a secret room or super secret room, which is, it's kind of lame because I think that would actually provide the item with, some use. But at the same time, it would be the fact that if you need a bomb, you've got a bomb. That type of deal. And that's kind of the reason why I love items like sulfuric acid. And, it's sort of a dual use item, one that has multi-purposes. Now, what you can do is you can actually set off Minecrafter with the extra tap of the space bar, your active item or whatever the button is that you use to lay active items here. I'm going to lay a bomb just to kind of help out and expedite the things here against Gemini. And maybe they changed it to where Samson's chain no longer affects the barrels. It very could well be the case. Gotta be careful here. Now, Samson's chain, what I will say it does very well is block shots, and we'll probably end up seeing some of that in the womb too. When we're fighting It Lives, we definitely need keys here. Maybe a Demon Judgment? No. So I want to experiment with this just because I want to see if it does or not. Nope. Okay, so it doesn't do it anymore. Good. Good. I don't want it to. Ooh, okay. We'll get cardio coin. We get an extra bomb here. Hang on now. Now, our shop wasn't really worth anything, but what we can do is we can use this Ace of Diamonds, or Ace of Spades, I should say, to convert all these into keys. However, if let's see if we get a Demon Judgment from this one. We don't. Okay. We do get a regular Judgment, though, which we can now play. Ironically, and what I was going to say is if this is a Demon Judgment, we have the Chariot card, and then I might just hold on to the Ace of Spades just to convert a room filled with spiders or something on the next floor into keys, because keys are always going to be in need. And yeah, we get an extra HP upgrade. So we go from nothing to a whole bunch of HP, and don't screw me here, game. I want to keep the Ace of Spades. Thank you. And Curse the Blind. I'm not thankful for that, but what I am thankful for is here under Duress's question of the episode from last week's Welcome to No! Soul, which was a parody of the Welcome to Derry series that I was kind of talking about on HBO. I basically gave I gave Alex the idea to make a thumbnail out of the. I thought these were going to convert them. I gave him the idea to make a thumbnail out of it. I said, "Hey, do this, but with Isaac," and he said, "See," and I said, "See," and that was it. So he did a great job of that. Although I will say, I don't know what's more unsettling: seeing Pennywise like that on the and Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise on the promotional poster for Welcome to Derry, or seeing Eden with Eden like head and body proportions as Pennywise. I think Eden-wise is a little bit scarier, or at least more unnerving. But this one came in from Here Under Duress, seemingly a continuation of yesterday's conversation that we had, even though this was posted on a different day. They said, question of the day, would you consider doing a new save file, but kind of random as you feel like it kind of thing? Like if a video got over 3,000 likes and you do a bonus episode on the new save file. I know what you're talking about, but no, I still wouldn't want to do that. I think that they did say, because maybe someone else in the comments said maybe instead of a random run they do that, independent of the like count, so people don't want the new save file to stop liking the vids. People who do not want the new save file to stop liking the vids because they don't want to encourage that. And that's kind of what we were discussing yesterday about how the prospect of a new save file and me deleting this save file that would be something that the mosh pit might want to avoid. And the last thing I want to do is negatively impact the engagement on the channel. So it's a delicate process, but in specifics to this question here, I wouldn't do it under just whenever I feel like it, because the answer for that is I will never feel like doing a new save file. I'm quite happy doing what we do every single day, for the betterment or the detriment of the channel. It's just what I enjoy doing. And I'm a creature of habit, as everybody knows, and I'm really super stubborn. And if I don't want to do something, I just simply don't do it. So while it is a nice idea to picture like, well, we can have a random Sunday replaced by a new save file Sunday or something like that, it's just quite simply just not something that I want to do. But for 500,000 subs, if we get to 500,000 next year or whatever that is, then I will do it. I'll let everyone know well in advance. And most likely I'll just get rid of the old streak file, just because it doesn't serve any purpose. It's not even like I could play on it right now anyway, because it's not all the unlocks and stuff are not there, so I'd have to unlock stuff on that file anyway. Yeah, so maybe I don't delete this one, but it definitely would take the place of I wouldn't be running 2 Isaac runs a day, especially if we have other content. Ball Pit might still be going at that point, man. Ball Pit's been killing it, and Megamonk is still doing very well as well. I know that it disappoints some people that it's not a daily occurrence, but I'm enjoying Megamonk more sporadically, like I'm doing right now, than feel like I'm being forced to play it every single day, because we've had some good runs on the Nuzbonk, and I do like Nuzbonk because it does keep the game feeling fresh and very similar to an Eden run, but it does get kind of annoying after a while, and there are plenty of retakes that I have to do for Nuzbonk. Even if we're playing a good character, it's just, if something is really, really horrible, I don't abandon a run because the items are bad. I abandon a run if the video isn't good. So, if we die a couple times and because of crap items, then sure, whatever. But if it's for the entire video, it's just, I'm just talking in circles what I did yesterday. It's the same deal. If something's just real bad, then I just, I don't want to put out content that I wouldn't want to watch myself. So that being said, we're still in this Ragman fight. It's now almost 8 minutes, and we're still going. Still doing this thing because our tears rate is quite awful, and our damage is also almost equally as bad. And, yeah, Ragman is just the perfect, let's just waste any opportunity that the player can get boss rush for type boss. As he not only summons stuff, he also heals from the summons. So, joy to that. We're having a nice Thanksgiving feast of a run right now. Oh yeah, and it's Curse of the Blind too. Let's not forget about that. So pretty much going to take this because we don't know what it is. The other two, we have the HP for it. Little Horn and Money Goes Power. Okay, could have been worse. And yeah, let's get the hell off this floor. And another Curse the Blind. Okay, so clearly the game is now just showing its hand. We know what type of run it's going to be, and strap in, boys and girls, because we got ourselves a marathon of a run here. I am happy that we got Sack Dagger. Sack Dagger should have been the dead giveaway that it was going to be this type of run, because it's going to be the only damage that we get for this entire run. So we've got to come up with some creative ways to stay alive here. And Samson's Chain is not going to help things too much, but again, I will give credit where credit's due. Samson's Chain is a very good and effective tier blocker for enemies that happen to fire just straight lines. We can just simply hide behind the chain here, and it's a fairly generous hitbox when it comes to Samson's Chain providing you with some protection like an orbital, but it doesn't take the place of something like Holy Mantle or even a regular orbital. But if we were going to get one orbital for our primary source of offense, then obviously Sack Dagger is the way to go. We just need to get some more movement speed. We need to get some, if we can get some invincibility, vulnerability, or even something like, say, the Unicorn Stump, then hey, we should be okay here. D1, by the way, will just copy one random thing on the ground. It'll keep the same class of whatever it copies. So, for example, this chest, while it's not guaranteed to just copy the same steel chest, it is guaranteed to at least copy a chest. So we wouldn't, for example, we would not hit the D1 right now and it produce a coin or something. So we're guaranteed to get another chest. The contents of which are not guaranteed, of course. Money Equals Power is going to give us some more damage, which is nice for sure. But we need some tears rate and we need some movement speed. That's the two big turds in the punch bowl right now. We've had so far a lot of turds today, and not because it's Thanksgiving and everyone's eating turkey, but well, I mean, hopefully nobody's eating Thanksgiving dinner while watching Isaac. You should be talking to family, you know? Although I do appreciate the sentiment of anyone who is showing their family the Binding of Isaac for the first time. Hello. Well, welcome. I'm the person that your son or daughter decides to watch every single day, or mostly. I hope you all are having a fantastic Thanksgiving, because it's my favorite day of the year. All right, game. We get you. Well, it's another curse, but not Curse the Blind, so for example, in here, we could create another chest, but it's not going to be guaranteed a golden chest. We got plenty of keys, especially now with the flat penny, which gives us a chance to produce a key every time we open up every time we pick up a coin. See right there. I think that for nickels and dimes, the key is guaranteed with the flat penny, but don't quote me on that. And we definitely need more bombs, so I'm going to use the D1, the D-Wizzle, to create another bomb before I pick this one up. Okay, and then I'm just going to use the stars card now. And it might as well have been Curse the Blind. Yikes, dude. I'm calling it right now. Remember I said it. I said we talked about the patterns in the game and the signals and the flags, the red flags. The red flag of this to me, even before the double Curse the Blind, was the fact that we had Sack Dagger as our big ticket item in the Devil Deal, because that tells me that the game is preparing us to have to play in an alternative sort of way, where we are not going to get any stat upgrades. So just remember I said that. Now, hopefully the game decides to be nice and give us something to work with, but it's important to be prepared. And again, if you've been playing this game as long as I have, you know what the signs are. And really only people who've been playing this game enough, maybe not as long as I have, but definitely enough as you know, a couple thousand hours in the game, you know what I'm talking about. Wow, I can't believe the secret room's not there. I would have bet the whole house on that one. Super secret room is probably to the right of here, but at this point I don't really know. Yep. Definitely don't know. Then we get a greed fight. Oh boy. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Know that I believe it's the Cowboys playing the Lions today, or is it the Packers playing the Lions? Two teams I do not care about. In fact, I used to not root for the Lions, but I used to be just tolerant of them, like, whatever. I don't really care about them, but not a Dan Campbell fan. I think sometimes he'd be better off just keeping his mouth shut and coaching rather than trying to make hilariously stupid statements like, we're gonna bite their knees off, bite their kneecaps, and this and that. It's like, man, I guess it's good for clicks and stuff, but if I was playing under a football coach that was saying stuff like that, I'd ask for a transfer. Or Mike McCarthy saying, "Oh, it's a mojo moment," and then blasting the Austin Powers theme over the PA during practice, talking about getting your mojo moment. It's like, man, these guys are acting like they're talking to the 10-year-olds. Like these are grown supreme athletes. I don't think that they wish to or even care about the Austin Powers theme at practice, coach. We're getting all the kinds of the hearts at least here. What a very odd looking map, by the way. Wow, D1 is absolutely crushing it for us there. 2 soul hearts and a golden heart. Good lord. Thank you, D Wizzle. Showing up and showing out today. This is not a great fight for us because we just don't have the movement speed yet. Luckily, the golden heart that we got from the D1 paid off. I don't know how we took this hit over here. We can try again. Oh wait, no, we don't have full charge. Never mind. Yep. Can we get rid of Samson's chain with this? No, of course not. All right. Okay, so remember, I'm gonna sound like a broken record right now. Just remember I said what the red flag was. And yes, we did technically get a stat up in shot speed, but I think we can all agree that shot speed has very minimal impact on your DPS, if any. Shot speed's great, don't get me wrong. It does raise your shot efficiency, of course, which does indeed raise your overall damage. The more efficient you are with shots, the more accurate you are, the sooner the damage can be delivered, etc., etc. But you know what I mean when I say we're looking for stats. Looking for main stats here, not no sub-stats. All right, I played gacha games, You look for that percentage main stat. You don't go for the flat stat ever unless if it's locked to the slot, okay? I had to teach Ryan about stats in Chaos Zero Nightmare, because unlike me, okay, well, thank you, game. Unlike me, who loves gacha games and is unabashedly a fan of them, Ryan does not play gacha games that much. That's why I was surprised he even played Uma Musume. So a normal person like Ryan, well, as normal as Ryan can be as a Canadian, of course, as normal as he can be, he doesn't know the ins and outs of regular gacha game mechanics, specifically talking about how stats work and how gear re-rolling and that stuff goes. So I had to sort of educate him on that. And that definitely helped him a lot, which I don't mind doing. And I definitely, whenever I do start making content for CZN, I am planning on doing maybe not guides, but just kind of explaining stuff. God forbid I actually have to edit something, but if I think it would be neat to do just a beginner's guide to the game, because it's one of the few games that have come out that I really do truly enjoy, as evidenced by me never shutting up about it right now. Yep. surprising absolutely no one. It's back-to-back greed fights. And again, it's one of those things where, you know, don't misconstrue that as a complaint. It's me just telling you exactly what I see. There's no other way to describe it other than we have back-to-back greed fights. To no one's surprise. Because that's Isaac, baby! And that's just how this run's looking like, so... I think the game's trying to teach us a lesson here, and that lesson is we should be thankful that when this run is over, we don't have to do it again. Taking the ace of clubs here, as we are going to be able to instantly convert and execute any mobs in the room, turn them into bombs. We don't, I mean, yes, we have money and money equals power, but we don't need to be doing a challenge room for it. All right, and this is pretty much the second to last chance that we can get a meaningful stat up here from a boss. Well, I am very thankful that at least we got something from that random golden chest that I was given. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with this game. We have the ace of clubs here. We'll never, ever, ever kill any of those bombs while this vortex statue is going off, so there we just go ahead and cut straight to the chase there and just get our bombs and move on. One host. Two hosts. Three hosts. Three hosts. All right, we had to count the count. I was gonna say Count Chocula, but he's not the one who counted on Sesame Street. It was always just the count, which is ironic because, you know, he counts numbers. That's his thing. Don't know if you know that. Have you heard about this? Sesame Street, is that still cool with the kids? No? No? Fortunately, we can't even get really that close to Loki because as soon as he does that, he's going to spawn a bomb right on us. Okay, we're down to one. Oh, baby. Look at this. Yeah. We take everything here. Unapologetically going to take Mom's Knife on a run like this. Yeah. So we're going to take Lord of the Pit. Then we're going to take Mom's Knife. Then we're going to take the Pact, which is going to refund us 2 hearts. And now with flying, we can be a little bit more accurate. Two hosts. We can be a little bit more accurate with Samson's Chain. And with Mom's Knife, that should hopefully take us to the next level of damage at least, especially with our damage being 7.53 with money equals power. Yeah, that was a good turnaround there. So Stanley helping us out on Thanksgiving. Thank you, Stan. So now with us having flying, it's going to make it easier for us to walk over and spawn more hosts. But occasionally get a soul heart every now and then, every 50 skulls or so. And the only good thing about having back-to-back greed fights is that we're not going to get another one for the rest of this run. But obviously, with us not being able to buy stuff in the shop, that does kind of hinder us a bit. We could have gotten mapping, we could have gotten all kinds of neat stuff, but yeah, we definitely don't need more keys, so I am going to take Found Soul Buddy, who is just going to copy Isaac's attacks, including Mom's Knife, which is nice. So he does also lay his own bomb, which I don't really like. So we technically right now kind of have an Incubus with us, just firing off another knife, which is good. While Found Soul Buddy is active, he is doubling our damage. In the most roundabout sort of way, but it is doubling your damage. Can't believe we made it through there. Definitely need HP, so I don't mind losing some damage off of this, especially since we've got Mom's Knife here, and nothing in the game scales better than Mom's Knife. Nothing. Not even Brimstone. If you need damage and you've only got a minute amount of damage upgrades, Mom's Knife is going to take that damage and do the impossible with it. Okay, game. We didn't need both of these. Thank you. Yeah, this would have been a great room for the Ace of Clubs here. And yes, Found Soul Buddy does die in one hit and will not be back until the next floor. But unlike Lost Soul Buddy, Found Soul Buddy actually is kind of useful. He mimics Isaac very well. He does not trail behind Isaac like Lost Soul Buddy does, which makes him easier to keep alive, and therefore way more effective than Lost Soul Buddy. And yes, those bombs can and will explode at different times whenever convenient for the game. So you got to be a little bit careful. Again, I'm not a fan of that mechanic. I do not like the fact that he drops a bomb when Isaac does, but now it doesn't matter because we got ourselves Host Hat. The room's undoubtedly going to be to You know what, Found Soul Buddy? I'm not gonna take responsibility for that. That's your fault. I'm just sitting here trying to play a judgment. You don't need to keep scooting off to the right. The secret room right next to the vault. Get knights that I don't really, not really feeling threatened about. You know, it's kind of thematic today with it being Mom's Knife. We're carving the turkey, and we're certainly carving a run out of this otherwise kind of messy presentation of a start. So it all works out, you know. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. Turning a bad run into a good run through the Binding of Isaac. That's what it's all about. That's the magic of Thanksgiving. We could take the Fool card. There's no point. We already have the Moon card. So Host Hat's going to give us explosion immunity, but unlike Pyromaniac Brother, it does not heal us. It just simply gives us the immunity. I like to bomb these purple fires. Can we go 4 for 4? No. I like to bomb these purple fires because of them having a... It seems like they have a slightly better than average chance to drop a soul heart. There's no proof that I have of that. It's just kind of on feeling, you know? Yeah, I do feel like I occasionally see more soul hearts coming from purple fires than like blue fires. All right, Found Soul Fuddy. He's Found Soul Fuddy. Yeah, Found Soul Fuddy. Found Soul Buddy is back. So is that Tinted Rock right now? Room should be here. Maybe no. As always, that I do whenever even if I have explosion immunity, I will still actively avoid bombs and explosions. And there inevitably is questions in the comments as to why I do that. Or people will say, oh, he instantly forgot he had explosion immunity. it's just a reflex. I believe in making sure you're practicing good habits when it comes to basics in Isaac. So what you don't want to do is just ignore bombs, because you never know where that experience is going to come back to haunt you one day. Where if you're not really paying attention, you're not really dialed in or locked in, and you don't notice the bomb because it's something that you somehow at one point ignored, then the next thing you know, you're dead. So you know, it's just and that might just be a force of habit from being an athlete. Not take it easy. You know, don't ever forget the basics. If there's any actual coaches out there, you know, I mean, they'll tell you the same thing. Like, yeah, gotta always remember the fundamentals in anything you do. And I've always kind of been a big believer in the saying, if you're gonna do something, just do it right. If you're gonna do something, then do it right. Otherwise, there's no point in doing it. And I think that part of playing intelligently in Isaac is to make sure that you are maintaining good habits. You just never know. You know, you have flying, and you still sometimes you'll see me just continue to act like I don't have flying, and that's not out of force of habit. It's just, you know, sometimes it's like, yeah, let's challenge ourselves or whatever. And then there are sometimes I forget that I have flying. But for explosion immunity specifically, I always tell people, don't get used to running into bombs, because you never know when that one time that you think that you're in a safe distance or whatever, because you didn't have to worry about them in one run, then next thing you know, that's when tragedy strikes. And you gotta be on your toes always with this game. Cartridge is okay. Chariot card's nice for the immunity. And Satanic Bible, we do not have car battery, but the Satanic Bible gives us extra stability and HP to close out this run, hopefully. And that's just another huge map. We could go in the challenge room, but I'd rather save this for a boss trap room if we God forbid we actually have to go in there. So yeah, we'll hold on to the moon card. We go to this curse room pretty much worry-free, hassle-free, unless if somehow the secret room is adjacent to it, which is not, because this is a skinny room. Got a Huaz. A Huaz will at least give us a crawl space here, because there's a little skull on the ground. And we get Tooth and Nail, which is totally fine, which I sometimes call lodestone every now and then. Do this for the secret room. A whole bunch of money, whole bunch of damage. Oh, wow, this secret room is. We're in the northern plains of this level, however big this level is. The King of the North. Game of Thrones. I've been, as much as I rag on the show, I do enjoy the first couple of seasons of it, just as something to watch while I'm eating. You know, I just like any person, I'm a creature of habit. I enjoy not being bothered, just sitting down, eating, and watching something. And sometimes, because they invoke that sort of calm feeling, you know, it doesn't matter what's going on right now. Just the only thing that matters is just having a meal and watching anime or watching a show or whatever. And so I've gotten to the point where I'm in season 5 of Game of Thrones, where, sorry if this spoils anything for you, but where Tyrion gets kidnapped by Jorah. This is gonna take her to the king, Captain Friendzone, or take her to the queen. I mean, take him to the queen. Look, this is the third video of the day we're recording. All right. Then I gotta do Mega Bond. Might as well go use the Joker card. We get Abba Dabba Ding Dong, which is also going to give us Leviathan and a damage upgrade and a movement speed upgrade. Life is good. Hopefully by now I've already stuffed a copious amount of turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes down. Actually, I know that's not true because we're not even having Thanksgiving today till 4. To show you the type of mom that Mama Victa is, she always feels like she needs to sort of plan around my schedule, my sleep schedule, because it is very difficult to predict. And she knows how important it is that I get sleep. I mean, you all know as well because I talk about it. So she always says, we can eat whatever you want. I said it doesn't. I don't want to be responsible for the whole family eating. How about you just pick a time, and then we'll eat there. So she suggested 2:30, and I said, Mom, even if I got good sleep or whatever, and I had nothing else to do, I don't want to eat dinner at 2:30. So she said, okay, well, what time do you want then? So I ended up picking anyway. I said 4 o'clock. It's enough time to eat and just chill out and let everything digest before the football game. And that's fine with me. So what in the world? Why is this here? What is this abomination of a secret room? Brother, there is no room attached to this. What? Wow, that is the weirdest spot I've ever seen a secret room to be. This is also one of the weirdest cathedrals. I mean, we went straight to Isaac just out of sheer luck. Guppy's Eye, which is the first Guppy item of the run. That is the insane placement of the secret room there. So the Isaac fight's a good demonstration of what I was talking about with Samson's Chain too, except you can't do anything about that. But you know what? That one's on me, Found Soul Buddy. I'll take responsibility for that. I can't feign irresponsibility of that one there. And even though it's not New Year's yet, I feel that Thanksgiving is the appropriate time to be thankful for everyone allowing me to continue to do what I enjoy doing, which is this job. I still laughingly call a job. And I'm thankful for the Mosh Pit providing for me. I'm thankful for the Mosh Pit providing for my family and for other people who work for me. I feel the more things progress, the more, not responsible, but the more responsibilities I feel I take on whenever I hire a new artist, if that's ever needed, or a designer or an employee to work with me for the Pokemon stuff, anything like that. And it always, whenever I see comments that just just appreciative comments saying that you appreciate the videos and the consistency and the talks and all that stuff, that is all what makes all this worth it. And that it's a good reminder, a good refresher is a better word to describe it. Whenever I see stuff like that, it refreshes my memory to say, this is why you do it. I don't do it for money. I don't do it for popularity. I don't do it to be some kind of king on the internet or anything like that. I do it because I enjoy knowing that people are enjoying the videos, that I'm making someone's day a little bit better, or in some cases a lot bit better. And I get to talk about stuff that is just on my mind. We go into the deep strategy layer whenever it's needed with Isaac and other games. And I have the freedom to kind of do whatever I want, with limitations, obviously. But I mean, the freedom to do whatever I want games-wise, and the mosh pit's always going to be there. So for me to you, one final time, a heartfelt happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, everyone. I'm thankful for you, and hopefully we'll continue to be able to thankful for you next year and beyond. So have a happy Thanksgiving. Again, those of you who do not celebrate it, then I just hope you're having a fantastic day. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you click the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what course you're on when this video went out. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Raphael Lindemann, Crypto14, Gabriel Allen, and Anti-Evil. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of the episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.